Hi Libra, this is Jeffrey. This is Ripecolor. This is your reading for the month of July. I've been eating cherries between readings. I got these amazing cherries. My computer is so slow, it takes so long to upload. So it's like, well, I might as well do something. So I've been eating cherries. So that's, I think, the message. The message is find those little snippets of time that are for you, right? Those little snippets of time that are for you, that it's like, yeah, I think I'm going to do something for myself. I think I'm going to buy myself flowers. I think I'm going to have some cherries. I think I'm going to take a bath. I think I'm going to take a walk. Find that. Find that. And participate. Don't just find it, get involved. All right. Please like, subscribe, share, comment, press the bell for notifications. I offer private readings. I also offer IET, which is a healing modality. Information is below. If you'd like access to the weekly readings organized by sign, that's available for members. Membership is $2.99 a month. I should say $3. Doesn't $3 sound better? I don't know. I think $3 sounds better. It's $3. Now you know where I'm from, but I'm currently living in Mexico City, and I'm very happy. I really love it here. Find those little slices and those pieces, right? Because you introduce that into your life, and you have 5 minutes here and 10 minutes there. All of a sudden, it's a few hours at the end of the month, and maybe by August, you say, you know what? I'm going to give myself 10 minutes. Interesting. I shuffle, and then sometimes the same cards just keep coming back. Okay. So this reminiscence of the past and a healing, I think it's a different understanding. I think that's what it is. Okay. Then a healing, a gift, an offer, right? Emotional cups. And then the incredible judgment card. So judgment is, looks a little weird. It looks a little like, oh my God, they're all dead. They're coming back. They're not dead. They don't have good coloring, but they're coming back. So I think what I'm feeling is the energy is, it's almost like you're going to be able to look back at the past. And that, sometimes we have, pasts that are weird, and, we all have that. But I think you're going to be able to see it in a new light. It's like you're looking at it as an adult, and you're looking at it as somebody with experience and somebody who's sort of like been reborn. And so you're seeing it from a different angle. You're seeing it from like a more mature, a more advanced. Got me? So, it depends on the lens you look at things through. So it's very easy, when you've had difficulties in the past, and I think especially with family, it's like, oh, well, my brother or my sister or my mother or my father or whoever, my aunt, my uncle, whatever, is like that, and it really hurt my feeling. Okay. And then as you become more mature, it's, you sort of, you're their age now, maybe, your parents say, and you're like, you know what? This is how they moved through life, and they were doing the best they could do with with the information that they had, with the amount of self-awareness that they had. There's a little bit of that going on. It's like, okay. Because I'm what I'm getting is that you're feeling underneath it the love. And sometimes people love us, but I mean, look, everybody who loves me is not exactly who I want them to be. Every single one of them, every single one, including myself. So, it's like, well, I want them to be like this and that. And, I want me to be like this and that. And sometimes I can't get to this or that. Right. Or I try and it's like, right. So I think there's like a more mature understanding of the way, and there's a gift to be gleaned from it. There's a gift. That's what I'm getting. Yeah. This is like the card for me of like universal love. This is like bigger than love of, to me, this isn't like, oh, you're going to meet a man, you're going to meet a woman, it's not that. It's really like for me, this card is so big. It's really the love that God has for us, and it's like coming down and I don't know, comforting, nourishing us, and giving us intuitive understanding, and it just changes everything. It's almost like a rain shower. It's like a healing rain shower. That's how I see that card. So it's like you're in this really weird mood, whatever. I kind of think in cartoons sometimes. And then you go outside and it's raining. You're like, "Ooh, it's raining," and you don't have an umbrella, and the rain heals you a little bit like that. Feel like that. Yeah, because I've seen the chaos for what it was, and this is an interesting card too. It's change, but it's also the thing about this card. It's almost like I always feel like with this card, it's like they're speaking different languages. They don't understand each other because they're speaking different languages. They're thinking in a different way. They're coming from a different place. They all express their opinion, but no one seems to like agree on anything because they're speaking different languages. Nobody understands each other. It's a little bit like that. And I think you're like, oh, they were coming from a different place. I'm coming from a different place. Always was, always has been, always have been. And it's like, how can you expect people who speak different languages to understand each other? Just, it's a challenge. Got me? Don't get all like, well, the same word in French is the same in Spanish. Like, don't get, you know what I'm saying? Okay. Then we have the Hermit, fascinating card. I just did this on Tarot Tuesdays. It'll be up before July. Okay. This is about, stopping. It's about stopping and going within and doing it solo and really having your own little world to discover, to seek knowledge. And what the knowledge that the Hermit is seeking is really the knowledge of his own light, the knowledge of his own soul, the knowledge of his own being, in a way, really his own being. It's a really profound card. It's a very beautiful card, but it's very much about, it's not about, you're having a revelation, talking to your brother or sister about your parents. It's really about having your own revelation on your own time and your own understanding of it. That's what it's about. It's not a group effort, not a group effort. Aha. And this will give you a new inspiration and new passion to move forward, new ideas, new creative ideas. So you have two aces. So it's really a new beginning. It's almost like you were reborn. Lovely. Yeah. And, look, just because you get information and just because it's like new information, you have to like juggle it. You have to like incorporate it. It's not like, oh, well, I had the revelation and everything. Sometimes it's like a long meal that takes a while to digest, right? It just takes a while to digest. It takes a while to eat. It takes a while to prepare. It takes a while to eat, and it takes a while to digest, right? So maybe there's an element of, you're incorporating something new, a new feeling, and it's like, okay, well, now I have to get used to this new feeling. This is what it's like to feel that, that even though one of my parents, let's say, was like abusive on some level, right? There was also love there, and it takes time to like incorporate that and to balance that. Yeah, I think you're coming out of this actually. So this can sometimes be illusion, delusion, but it's also, it leads you on a new path. It's a mysterious path. It's very odd, this card. It's a mysterious path that you're going down, and it's almost like that going into your subconscious, your unconscious, right? And it's a little bit like, I don't really understand what that means. I don't really get what that is. But as you sit with it and as you interact with it, and then you'll understand it on a clearer and clearer basis. And you're taking responsibility for your own side of the street. He's like the king of responsibility. And it's going to help you to move forward. It's going to help you to move forward. Just incorporating this new information. Yeah, toward something creative. Is this my first three? Yeah. Towards something creative. I know there's a lot of noise. I can't help it. You know, towards something creative, toward, toward really having the sense of hope of, things are coming your way, of the sense of hope, the sense of anticipation of, well, now that I've kind of cleaned that up, or I've kind of made peace with it, or I've kind of tamed the dragon in a way. Like now that that's taken care of, I can get on with, what it is that what my hopes and aspirations and inspiration and anticipatory things are, right? Because if you make peace with a certain element, right, and you have a different understanding of it, then maybe your anticipation will not be as gloomy or as skewed. Yeah, and now you're going to be able to plant new seeds in a new garden. And this is the second 7. So that's confidence. Confidence. It's all a process, darling. Believe me, I wish that I could snap my fingers and then the process would be done. And there are certain processes in my own personal experience that I've had to go through time and time again. Think of it as like, cleaning the house. You don't just clean the house once. You got to clean it every week or every 2 weeks or whatever. You know what I mean? It's like, the floor is not going to stay clean just because you cleaned it right now. It's like it's going to have to be cleaned again. It's going to have to be cleaned again. That's just part of living here on the planet, darlings. Living here on the planet. And, it's funny I should say that because this apartment I'm in, I'm renting it for the month. And it's really nice, but the kitchen floor is white. And I have to tell you, I could clean it every hour. I could clean it every hour. So I mopped it earlier. There's already a few spots. Like, okay, I'll have to go back and clean it again. Not today, but pretty soon. Blessings.